This is the evening of Sunday, the 4th day of January 2026. I have been marked for elimination as Boko Haram figure, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi said, citing Abuja security sources. I was watching the video of Sheikh Ahmed Gumi side by side with someone who was interpreting everything for me. And I understand what Sheikh Gumi said. And in that video, he made mention that he has been mapped out for disruption, for elimination, that the security meeting they were holding in Abuja, his name was mentioned among others whom they are going to eliminate, who are holding the grips of insecurity in Nigeria, who are aiding insecurity in Nigeria, terrorism. So Gumi said that he was informed, but he did not, expose the source that told him this. Now, there is something that is very simple. Everyone should understand. Dear Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, you see, if your hand is clean, if what everybody is saying or what everybody knows, if it is a lie, you don't have anything to worry about. There is nothing that is going to happen to you. But if actually you know yourself, right? You know yourself more than everyone knows you. If you have hand in all these things, remember what you said before that Boko Haram members are blessings to Nigerian Muslims. You made that statement, Shigumi, before. So check yourself. If you know that your hand is involved, I don't want to say further than that. I want to let you know that running to Turkey, running to anywhere in part of the world will not save you. You will be eliminated. This is just the simple truth. So if your hand is clean, don't fear for anything. Hold your head high, okay? But if your hand is not clean, like I was saying, you know yourself more than any other person. You know yourself more than how I know you. The things I know about you is just scrap. Deep down in your heart, you know yourself. The calls you have been making, people do hear calls, right? You are calling people, you don't know who is even closer to someone you are calling, and all those things. Some of the people who are called today repentant bandits, you had discussion with them, they expose you, and so on and so forth. I'm just trying to let you know that people knows what you are doing. So if your hand is pure, don't worry. But if your hand is not pure, even running out of Nigeria is not going to save you. Now, this is not a confidential secret. I made this video very long time. How many of you remember this video? If you did not watch this video, go and watch it. You see the thumbnail. I titled the thumbnail "Leave Nigeria." Okay, and I said some politicians in Nigeria who are sponsoring terrorism will be eliminated. Okay, save it there. It might not happen just now. It is going to happen. We are going to watch all these things unfold like movie. People who are going to cry will cry. People who are going to say that this is against human rights will say. But like I used to say, when evil is growing, people don't condemn it. Nobody's talking about people they have chased into IDP camp for 10 years. They are languishing there, giving birth in the IDP camp, no drugs, nothing. And if they want to go back to their ancestral homes, you people eliminate them on the roads, no problem. There is time and season for everything. And for everything, there is a day of reckoning and a day of doom. The doomsday is approaching for everyone who has hand in all these things. For me, I don't care. Anybody who have mind to kill fellow human being, I don't think such a person deserves to live. That is my own thinking. Why would you continue to kill people because of faith? Look at what is ISWAP is saying day before yesterday, warning the whole Christians in Nigeria that you are going to pay with your blood. What is the crime? What is our crime? We were born and brought up from a place that we never dreamed and wanted to live. And we were born and brought up from a Christian home. That is our crime. ISWAP saying that we all have been mapped out for killing. And after 2 days, they made a statement they have killed up to 100. People are saying they can't do it. They are doing it. So anyone who has hand in all this shit, you are going to see people will be eliminated and their body will be shown in all social media. If you have hand in this all this insecurity going on, we are living in a crazy world. Anybody who is trying to play safe now, trying to play fair, you'll be victims of these people who always like to suck innocent people's blood without no guilt. We are in a level in this world right now where you should not allow yourself to be prey to these people. Now, before we go into the details to what Sheikh Ahmed Gumi said, I just want to let you know that I was on Facebook. I saw this video from Shara Reporters. A whole Inspector General of Police is in the hand of all these Islamic militant called bandits, these terrorists. They captured Inspector General of Police, flogging him, and he was begging for pity. Like, what sort of rubbish is this? What sort of rubbish is this? He was begging, like Inspector General of Police. And this is the same people that citizens are expecting for them to come and protect them. They capture Inspector General of Police. Now, the most, troubled thing here is that in Zamfara State, I was in the audience when the commissioner of police said that some politicians, local government chairman, district heads are involved in banditry, are involved in terrorism. So these are politically motivated insecurity. If it is normal insecurity, we said let everybody join hands together to fight it. To fight what? The people who are sponsoring them are there in the offices. What are you going to fight? And that is why we actually need international intervention. That time when I was in higher institution, there is what they call a governing council. A governing council can have power over the vice chancellor, if it is a polytechnic, a rector, or provost of a college of education. A governing council have power to do one thing or the other. Okay, so that is what we need now. We need a governing council over Nigeria because Nigeria has been for decades now. They have soaked their hands in terrorism because these terrorists actually want a Sharia state and Islamic state, and they have not been able to do it. We have millions, more than 150 millions of Christians in Nigeria, and they want to Islamize the country. How possible is that? So people in government are actually sponsoring them, and you can see what they are doing.
Arewa kuma kun san dukan ku ƙarya ne da ƙarya ka kawo hari amma ina shugabannin me suka yi sun set ina malamai.
All right, yes, that is the video of Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, the controversial Northern Islamic cleric. He claimed that he was secretly informed by the security sources in Abuja that his name had been listed among individuals marked for elimination with Boko Haram terror groups. Speaking while addressing his congregation, Gumi said he received an early morning phone call from a source he declined to identify, informing him that his name had been mentioned during national security discussions. And I was asking my friend, I said, if actually this is what the national security discussion was discussing, someone had already leaked it. So even the Boko Haram members will also know what is going on from the national security. This is just shit. Now, this is exactly what he said. He said they called me from Abuja and that there was a security meeting. They said I have been marked that I will be eliminated. And who are Boko Haram? He was asking. Okay. Now, according to Shegumi, the caller told him his name was among those that were enlisted for assassination. Even America, they said they came to fight terrorists. So, who are the terrorists? They are the ones. This was what he was saying. He was blaming United States for the surge of insecurity in Nigeria. I told you people that this is just the game plan, and we have been following and understanding this. Let me know what you think about this. Take a listen.
God is very important. Who started the Boko Haram crisis in Borno State? A governor, Muhammadu Ali Sharif, addressed the press 2 days ago and attempted to insult the collective intelligence and memory of Nigerians by denying any links with the dangerous, dreaded Boko Haram sect. I did reply him yesterday, and I'm expecting him to sue me because he said he wanted to sue an Australian. You don't need to go to Australia. What you are looking for in Sokoto is in the pocket of your Sokoto. I'm ready to join issues with him because not only did he sponsor that organization by providing funds for them, in 2003, he had a deal with the Boko Haram sect to get him to win the election. And if he won his re-election, he will compensate the organization. When he won that election, he appointed Alhaji Bugu Foy as the Commissioner for Religious Affairs to implement Sharia in that state. When the man attended the first executive council meeting, he discovered that they were all talking about contracts and how to steal money. So he went back to the camp, the Boko Haram camp, and said, where you send me to is Gida Barawi, the house of thieves. I can no longer be part of them. So he was asked to resign. And that was how Foy resigned from the government of Mutu Sharif. So to say that you don't know them is the greatest lie. I was just reminded this morning by somebody from Borno State that something was missing in my press statement. That in 2012 October 10, Alhaji Mutu Sharif was arrested in Cameroon on grounds of his Boko Haram connection. But the government here pleaded with the Cameroonian authorities to release him. Because he's a big man here, he cannot be arrested. But 2 weeks ago, a special envoy of President Goodluck Jonathan, Reverend Stephen Singh Davis, told the whole world that Alhaji Sharif, the former chief of army staff, Jerika, and some senior officials of the Central Bank of Nigeria have been funding the Boko Haram sect. Up till now, the government has not reacted to this very important information. So when you are looking for the sponsors of Boko Haram, I think we now know where they are. But what is very disturbing is the fact that currently Nigerian soldiers are refusing to fight. A part of Nigeria has been annexed by the Boko Haram sect, and they have named the place the Caliphate Republic. As of this morning, not less than 10,000 Nigerians are in Cameroon as refugees. They've left their homes, and we want to warn both the APC and the PDP, the two ruling parties in Nigeria, dominant parties, to stop politicizing the Boko Haram menace. What is required on the part of all of us is to unite and fight this dangerous phenomenon. But to start pointing accusing fingers because a former member of the APC has now moved to the PDP where he rightly belongs. When he was with you, he was not a Boko Haram sponsor. Now that he has left back, he's gone back to PDP, he has suddenly